their whole body, changing briefs. Yes, you're going to be wiping a lot of ass. Get over yourself. It's okay. Like, hey guys, it's T here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be very different because it's going to be the beginning of a new beginning, so to speak. I am going to start documenting my journey through nursing school, and after I become a nurse, just my whole journey as a professional. So I'm gonna still be doing hair tutorials or makeup tutorials, lookbooks and stuff like that, but they're gonna be more so driven towards like my lifestyle. You're gonna see my lifestyle, but also how I study, some study tips, tips for NCLEX, stuff like that, stuff I'm learning throughout my journey. So if you're a nursing student or something like that, or you think it's interesting to watch people being driven in their career, but also, you know, enjoying the fruits of their labor, such as fashion hauls, you know, you have to be well balanced. So if you would like to see somebody else be well balanced, then this is the perfect channel for you to watch. But besides that, I'm not trying to sell myself. This video is going to be about how to become a CNA. Not necessarily why to become a CNA. I'm going to make a whole nother separate video about that. But this is going to show you the process of how to become a CNA. Okay? Okay. But first I would have to tell you, what is a CNA? What do they do? And is it worth it? So, a CNA is a certified nursing assistant. Some places are going to say nurse's aide, or they're not always going to say nurse's CNA. They might say resident assistant, but that is a CNA. You're working under the supervision of a nurse. So what is a CNA? A CNA is a certified nursing assistant that basically their job is to help residents, people, patients, whatever, with their daily activities of living, such as hygiene, like everything that you can do for yourself that somebody cannot do, you're gonna have to do it for them. So washing their hair, washing their whole body, changing briefs. Yes, you're gonna be wiping a lot of ass. Get over yourself. It's okay. Like, that is when you tell people you want to be a CNA, instantly they ask you, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to wipe ass? I'm not even trying to be vulgar. That's what people are gonna ask you. And I mean, just get the fuck over yourself. Like, that's all I can tell you, is to get the fuck over yourself, because everybody shits, everybody pisses, everybody uses the bathroom. And you have to understand that not being continent, it can be very depressing. So if you go in there with the mindset of, ew, I don't want to throw this, oh, this is nasty, people are going to feel that, because it's already embarrassing to them that they can no longer hold their bowel movements and their urine, okay? They no longer have the ability to get up and go to the bathroom like a normal human being. They have to sit in it until somebody changes them, okay? That is not a good feeling. So honestly, when you get in the job, that doesn't even bother you. You get over it. You really do get over it. You get over a cleaning BM. You do. So you help with daily activities of living, such as bath, catheter care. You will never put a catheter in. You will never remove it. That's what a nurse does. But you would clean it, take care of it, empty out Foley bags, make beds, make occupied beds. Also be support for them. You're gonna have to talk to them. You're gonna have to make them feel good, because these people are lonely. So you're basically taking care of these people in every way, shape, and form, besides administering medication and dressing wounds and doing things a nurse would do. But you are taking care of them. Like when you were a baby and your mother took care of you, you're basically doing the same thing. Unless you work in different sectors, but you're still going to be doing daily activities of living. Okay, so now that I've gotten through what a CNA does, I'm going to tell you how to be a CNA first. Okay, you need to be a high school graduate. Okay, be a high school graduate. You can have a GED as well, but if you haven't finished that sector of your life, you need to get it. But I do know some high schools have trade programs where you can go and get your CNA in high school and graduate with a CNA. So that's awesome. And also, if you are a current nursing student and you have gotten through, I think, your second semester of clinicals, you can then go on to be a CNA because you've already learned in fundamentals of nursing. You learn a lot of cleaning, a lot of all of that. So you know patient care. You're able to go out there and do the job and get paid for it. Second, now you got your GED, you got your high school transcripts, you got whatever you done did, you got it. You're ready to find a school, okay? Go, just Google it, find a school. Some community colleges do offer the program, but I wouldn't advise that because it's a whole semester long, okay? It's a whole semester long compared to if you just go out by yourself and find a little school and go to it. You'll be out in and out within 3 weeks to a month, okay? Some people go to school to be a CNA for like 6 weeks. Some go to school to be for like a month. It depends on the program, but I think 3 to 4 weeks is a good enough time to learn everything you need to do and get the hell out of there and get to working and get to making your money. There's no reason for it. Does not take a whole semester to learn how to be a CNA. So no, I would not advise that. But the good thing about those programs is that your financial aid can cover it. But it's going to be a whole semester long. And if your financial aid does not cover it, then you're going to have to pay for it out of pocket. And then it would be more expensive as opposed to just going and finding an independent school. Okay? All right. And speaking of school, there are some programs out here that are like $2,000 programs. Do not spend that much on a CNA. It's not that serious, okay? You can go get your LPN for maybe $4,000, maybe $3,000 to $4,000. I promise you, baby, it ain't worth it. Move on to something else. Find something else. It's not worth it. Find something else. I would say a decent amount of money to spend on a CNA school is anywhere from $600, really $650, to about $750. I would not pay any more than $750. You might get me to pay $785, but nothing more than that. I spent $650 on my course. CPR was not included in my course. Some courses may be a little higher because they will include CPR, but luckily everything fell into place for me. She did offer CPR, but I had to pay extra for that, and I was low on funds. So I was planning to get my BLS at the fire department, at the fire station, and they were charging $10 for it. So if you look into your fire department and they do it for cheap, go there and get your BLS. Don't spend all that money at your school. But luckily for me, everything fell in line, and when I got my job, they certified me. So yeah, so I didn't have to waste my money on that. I would not spend any more money than that. It's simple stuff. You really could teach yourself. You really can do this research on your own, really. Get the hands-on experience, and that's it. But yeah, you found your school, you paid your money. Now take your class. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on how to study, how to be successful in your CNA class, because Lord child, you would think, baby, you would think getting your CNA would not be like fucking rocket science to people, but it is. Lord. Anyway, so then you took your class, you paid it, you're all the way through. What's next before you can go work? Take your exam, okay? And do not wait to take your exam, because you are going to be nervous when you go in to do your skills test. And that's another thing. The test is broken into 2 sections. It's a written section and then it's a skills section. Together, both of them are I think 112. I'm pretty sure they're 112 put together. And to me, that's pretty damn high just to get certified, plus paying the damn class. But it pays off at the end of the day. It's already paid off for me. So yeah, take it as soon. Register for that class as soon as register for that test as soon as possible, because you will forget those skills and you will fail. And if you don't fail, you'll definitely have a harder time trying to jog your memory on those damn skills. I mean, on those damn steps and those skills, because baby girl. And mind you, I live in the state of Georgia, so pretty much from state to state, it's the same. You get a CNA school, you make sure it's approved by the state, and you go take your test, okay? It's pretty much the same everywhere. Pearson does, for Georgia at least, I don't know how it is across the nation, but for Georgia, Pearson does the test, and you have to schedule the test 14 days out from the date that you want to take the test. So keep in mind, however long your CNA classes, you are going to have to wait an additional 14 days before you can get certified and start working. But by Georgia law, by state law in Georgia, you can work as a CNA for up to 3 months, or 3 or 2 months, I'm not quite sure, before you have to be certified. So some jobs will hire you and go ahead and put you out there on the floor while you're in the process of taking your test. My facility was not like that. The day I graduated, I got a job. My instructor really helped me out with getting me a job. And I went, got the job, and was just waiting to take my test. But their policy is that every CNA on the floor has to be certified. So, yeah. And then you land you a job. Once you take that exam, you go apply, you go get you a job, and you go work, baby. Okay? Being a CNA can be hard. It definitely can be hard if you were working in a nursing home or in a hospital, okay? I work in an assisted living facility, so things are a lot easier for me. So when you hear people that work in a nursing home and they're complaining about it and they're telling you don't do it, it's too much work, it's backbreaking, understand that just because you're a CNA, you do not have to work in a nursing home. There are definitely easier jobs. There are sitting jobs. And I'm going to go into that in a whole nother video because that's something I cannot tell you in a few seconds. Like, being a CNA has changed my life so much. And yes, it's a lot of hard work and the pay might not be that great, but it's a career that I got in 6 weeks, basically. So, not 6 weeks. So it took me forever to certify and get and take my test. But I went to school for 3 weeks and now I have a career, okay? And now I'm building experience before I go into nursing school. So I would advise anybody, especially somebody who wants to be a nursing student, to go and get their CNA. It can't hurt you. A certification, a set of skills cannot hurt you. And I wish everybody luck on that journey. If you're watching this video and you're gonna go ahead and decide to be a CNA, I wish you luck, okay? Have fun, enjoy it, learn as much as possible. It's great. It's a great journey, okay? All right, guys. Love ya. See you later.